Great team win. Really loved how we came out from the start and handled, business and played the way we wanted to play defensively, to hold them second and third to 12 and 9 points. I thought our defense was really on point, and we've been working on that all week. We worked on our press break all week against our practice players, and we got better in that. So they came out of their press early, and they don't normally do that. So, because we were getting layups on the other end. So, just a really great day for us today. But like I told our team, we had an unbelievable week of practice. The focus, the energy that we had this week in practice. I knew that we were going to play well today, and just really happy for these guys because they worked. They worked this week, and we got better.
Genesis, just what was, when you initially go down with the injury at Nebraska, what were you kind of thinking at that time? Did you think it was going to be longer term than it was, or what was kind of going through your mind at that time?
Initially, I don't know. I tried not to think too long term. I tried to stay in the moment. But after kind of settling down a little bit, I didn't think it was going to be a lot longer. I did not think I was going to be back in a week. So and I just give first of all, I just want to thank God because God really helped me come back. And then Autumn, our athletic trainer, she was in there with me nonstop, sacrificing her time. We was in there twice a day, and just the way that she just gave her time to me, I really I'm really appreciative of that. And I just want to shout her out. And in the facility, the way that I was in those machines, I just felt like a robot at one point, just jumping from machine to machine. But it was all good. And I just thank you for everyone that poured into me during that time.
I was going to kind of ask you about that too, just the process of what you kind of had to go through. What did that kind of look like for you on a daily basis, just in Ubben, getting ready to get to this point for yourself?
Yeah, I lived at Ubben. I should have just stayed a night. I went there in the morning. I would do treatment. I have a Zoom class. I did my Zoom class at Ubben, then went to my regular class, ate, came back to Ubben, did more stuff. The day was really, I lived at Ubben, but it was good because I could eat, I could get some snacks, I had TV, so it was a lot of good things in it, but yeah, I just lived at Ubben for this past week.
Genesis, when did you know that you were going to be good to go, and then how are you feeling now after a full game's work?
I know I was good to go, what was that? The first day I did a full practice, so that was
2 days ago.
Yeah, 2 days ago. 2 days ago, so... And even that, it was a work in progress. Just, I feel like it was more mental. So once I kind of got over that mental, breakthrough, I felt fine because physically I was ready. So it was just getting my mental side to match up with my physical.
I'll start with Kendall, then Genesis, if you could, after 20 win. I know you guys have a lot more you want to do, but what does a 20-win plateau just mean for you guys?
It's huge. I think, thinking just kind of where we've come from, where we've built this program from, I think it's really special. And we having that many people there today too, it kind of shows they believe in us now, and so they're invested in us, we're invested in them. So I just kind of think giving kind of that back to the community after years of not being able to, it's huge, and it's really cool for me.
Yeah, and I just feel like to do it on this day too, just what was mean about for Play for K, and just seeing all the people out there just made us really grateful. And that's kind of what I was telling the team before the game, just be grateful. And I feel like we played with some gratitude, and that just made us go out and just handle business.
Genesis, you didn't travel to Maryland, did you?
No.
So what did you do? How hard was that for you to watch that from across the country?
Well, that was Sunday. So I went to church, and I lived at Ubben. So I was there. Yeah, I was pretty much at Ubben. But I was watching the game. It was tough. Honestly, it was tough just having to sit there and watch. And, you couldn't even physically say anything. At least I'm on a bench. I could say something. But I just took that time to really, focus on getting myself back and making sure that when it's time that I'm ready.
Kendall, Coach has just kind of talked about just how locked in you've been as a team the last couple of games. What's kind of led to that, and have you sensed just this team sort of in a different position than maybe you were a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, absolutely. We I think we're a big energy team, so kind of however we, what kind of energy we have, in practice that week, before the game is really kind of going to reflect how we play. And I think just kind of after that Nebraska game, when we came back, that next practice, we just had so much energy. We were going hard. hard. And, it's February. It's late February. So, being able to do that as a team is kind of hard, but being able to show up and do it every day is huge. So I just think it's huge. I think it's been really good.
Just Kendall, 22 and 18 today. What was going right for you? And then Genesis, what's it like when you see her go off for a night like that?
Just kind of getting that first shot and those first couple of rebounds just kind of built my confidence a little bit. Like, I know how the ball's feeling out of my hand. I know where shots are going. So, and they weren't really boxing out, which was kind of nice to be able just to kind of fly in and grab some. But, on my end, I also got to box out. But, I just felt good the whole game. I felt in rhythm. I felt in a groove. So, and my teammates were getting me the ball. I was able to get rebounds and kick to them. They were transition. So, I think everything was just kind of a well-oiled machine today.
Yeah, I think at the beginning of the season, like early, I said KP was a walking double-double. And, like, I stand on that. Like, and it's just so fun to play with a good 5 player. Like, as a point guard, that's every point guard's dream. So, it's just like, I love playing with KB. And I know she gets kind of mad when she doesn't make my pass. But I'm like, girl, you okay? Because you're going to make more than you miss. So, I'm just happy to be able to play with her.
She would have had 24 if she made that. 26.
I had some good ones.
There too.
Genesis, when you kind of just see that first 3-pointer go in for you, what does that kind of do for your mindset when you see that first 3 kind of go in?
Yeah, if I see one go in, that just makes my confidence go to the roof. Like, I know, like, even Nebraska game, I hit the first 3. Coach Green was like, I knew you was going to have a good game. And I said, I know I was too. But, like, just seeing that first 3 go in, it's just like, when you're a shooter, he's like, all right, here we go. And it's like, just the basket feel like the ocean at that point.
Everybody good with players?
Good job, you guys.
Thank you.
See you in the morning.
Right in there.
See you in a couple hours.
Thank you. All right, go ahead and raise your hand and we'll get you for questions.
Shauna, same for you. Year 1 to get 20 and just still more, but what's that just signify for where you guys are at?
I mean, it is. It's huge. I think 20 wins is always, as a coach, that's always the goal, right? If you can hit 20, you've had a pretty good season. And to do it in year 1, again, I think back and, if you would have told me we get 20 wins, and I probably would have told you you're crazy, but just so grateful for this team and how they've just approached everything this whole year. From the day, we got the job and they've done what we've asked, and they work and they continue to work and they continue to, respond to everything, adversity, good times, everything, and just I love this group. Like they're just, you hear them talk. I mean, they're just unbelievable people. And I love being around them. And then, they work and they do things the right way, on and off the floor. And when you can have that, you got something special. So just really, we have more to go. But, when you look at it and it says 20, and 7, it's pretty damn good. And I'm proud of these guys for that. I'm really proud of them. Wow. That would not be fun.
Just the process of how Genesis attacked her rehab. What does that say about her and how she got herself ready to get to this point as quickly as she did?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I expected from her. I mean, when she got hurt in Nebraska, like, I thought it was really bad, so I didn't know when we'd have her. I didn't know what it would look like. And, from that next day when we got imaging and stuff, and then they got to work. And, I credit Genesis, I credit Autumn. I mean, they were in there nonstop doing what they need to do. I credit, Ubben and the facility and all, like she said, all the machines. I don't know what the heck they had her in, but it worked. So I said that, I think, at the dedication to Ubben. And I said, we'll see if the facility works and these machines work that, we spent a lot of money on, and they worked. So she made a remarkable recovery in a little over a week. And you didn't notice she had any ankle injury out there. I don't think she favored it at all. And she only practiced 2 full days. So credit her. And like I said, credit Autumn, our athletic trainer, who did an unbelievable job.
Did you have any process on how much you might limit her for? I mean, I know you brought her off the bench, but what did that kind of look like about how many minutes maybe you wanted to keep her at in a game like this?
I didn't, and Autumn didn't have her on a minute restriction, so I brought her off the bench just to more so to just watch the game and kind of, get in a see it and then go out there. And then I was at the end, I'm like, I need to get her out. She played, it was good. She played how many minutes? 23, and I think that was probably perfect, and just like everyone, I knew we also play in 2 days, so that's why I tried to. It was nice to be able to get our guys some rest. I didn't like, the 18-2 run, but that's another topic. So, but I loved that we could get some rest for those guys because it's going to be a quick turnaround, and this, Nebraska is going to be a really tough physical game. So, no, it was good. I thought 23 minutes was good for her.
You used the football language on Friday with us on how it was a bye week, but how much did your team just kind of need that and just to kind of get reset mentally and physically?
I think I said it couldn't have come at a better time. It's perfect timing. We needed it. You guys watch us all the time. You could almost see us just kind of. We won some games, but we just didn't have that same pop to us and that same. And I told them after Maryland. I mean, we lost, but I loved where we were at. And after Nebraska, the fight we showed there, and then going to Maryland and being up on them without Genesis and played really well besides the third quarter. And I told them after the game, I'm like, we got our mojo back. We just have that, what we had early on. We just have that confidence. We have that energy. And then I give our team a ton of credit because this bye week, it's late February. You're thinking, oh, shoot, I got to go practice, and now we went 2 days off, 2 days. But it's a grind. And so credit this team and the leadership on the team because they came and they got after it. And we got better at a lot of different things. So perfect timing. Credit our team for attacking the week and utilizing it and making an advantage to us.
I know the question kind of keeps getting asked once a week, but especially on a day like today where there's importance to the day, what was it like seeing just how big of the crowd and the support that was here at State Farm Center today?
It was awesome. It was awesome. Over 6,000. I was hoping that we could break 6,000 today. That was I was like, if we don't get 6,000 today, and I knew right away, just looking out there, and from my vantage point when I'm looking out, and they were all the way up, and just the support that we've had and how it's just grown. It's awesome to see, but I'm so happy because our kids deserve that, right? Our players deserve to play in front of an electric crowd and in a full house. That's how it should be. So just very grateful for the community. We had a ton of high schools down. We obviously, with it being they were in Indy meetings and they gave the paper out and they had her 11th and she's like, how are you guys picking us 11th? And everyone said everything she said. She's like, I left the meeting. I just got in the car and I drove home. I called my assistants and said, have the team at Huff then, have the team there when I get back. And she walked in and she said, they have us picked last and we're not finishing last. She went in, if you finish last, I won't say what she said, but and it reminded me of our first meeting when this summer, and I know Sarah was there, and we were at Jupiter's, and I told our team, I said, everyone's going to think we suck. Everyone's going to think we suck this year, and I love it, and I can't wait. And I can't wait to go out there and to show them we don't suck. So to have kind of that similar first, meetings and they went out and I think they won the Big Ten championship the next year. Now, I'm not saying we're doing that because, but we can't, we come and we win 20 games. So it was cool to hear some of those stories and I think there's some similarities.
What do you think the injury for Jen and her now increased role because of it did for Jayla, and what can that do going forward for her? Because it just seems like her aggressiveness is now back to where it was
Yeah.
maybe at the start of the year.
I think it's a blessing in disguise, right? And I think that sometimes when there's adversity, there's opportunity. And no, we don't want anyone to get hurt, but life happens and stuff happens. It's like when when she was sick, that's when Jen got in the starting lineup. That's when Jen just took off, right? And now you see it, okay, well, Jen's out. Now other people have to step up. And Jayla and Jada came in and they stepped up. They got more, probably some more confidence from that. They could play longer minutes. And that's what we need going into this final stretch. We cannot, we can't play 6 people. We're going to have, some consistency off the bench, and I think that Jayla and Jada have proven that these last few games, and I'm really proud of them.
Watching Jen kind of interact with you or Kendall, it seems like she's kind of got this personality, like a big one, I guess. What does she mean for your locker room beyond just her ability to play basketball, just as a connector?
I think that this team is still learning each other, right? Again, we came here and it's people from, no one knew each other. So it's our first year. So I can even see the growth in their relationships amongst them. Even in the last couple of weeks, I know some of them, have gone and had conversations with each other and really trying to build those relationships so we can, because those relationships are going to translate to the floor. So I think that the growth, again, I've seen in Jen and everyone, and just them being intentional of building relationships off the court is helping us now, and I can see it. I can see that they're more connected. I can see that Jen feels more comfortable now and confident being able to stand up and be a leader and speak up. And those are things that, again, first year, it takes time. So, hopefully, next year and then the year after, when this group, if everyone uses their COVID year and we got this group for a couple more years, imagine, what it will be then. And the confidence and the relationships and all the crap and all the good, the bad that we've been through. Now you have that growth. So it's pretty cool to see it in the past couple of weeks. So I've seen it. Everybody good? Thank you, guys.